Alright then my friends, so now we are successfully going out and we're adding projects to our Firestore database inside this action creator right here. And that's cool. So we can see those projects right here inside the database. But inside our application, we're still outputting this dummy data, which is defined inside our project reducer over here, this stuff. Now we don't want to output this anymore. Instead, we want to output this real data inside the database. So how are we going to do that? Well, we need to find a way to sync up our Redux state to this data over here. Now we could do this manually using the Firebase library, going out, grabbing the data and updating the state ourselves in Redux. But I'm going to show you what I think is probably an easier way. And that is to use these packages that we've already installed. These things right here, Redux Firestore and React Redux Firebase. In this tutorial, just syncing the Firestore, just this package we'll be using. So the way we can do this is by going to our root reducer and importing something from that Redux Firestore package that we can then combine with the other reducers. And this is a Firestore reducer. So first of all, let's import that. We'll import Firestore reducer, and that is going to be from Redux-Firestore. Okay, so this is a pre-made reducer. And that reducer is made for syncing our Firestore data with our state in the background. And this reducer will know about our Firebase project online and how to access it because we already passed in our Firebase config to our store in the index file. So if we see right here, we can see Redux Firestore has access to that FB config. So it knows which project to connect to, which Firestore database to connect to, and in the background, it's going to sync our data from that Firestore to our state. Now then, we need to apply it to a particular property on the state. So I'm going to apply it to a property called Firestore, which makes sense to me because this will contain our Firestore data. So we'll apply the Firestore reducer to that property. So now in the background, this Firestore reducer is automatically going to sync this property on the state object to our data in the database. It's going to retrieve that data for us. And that data is going to be dependent on which component is currently active at the time and what data that component needs. That is the data that will be synced in the state by this reducer. And we need to tell this reducer that information in a minute, what data we want to sync. But that data will be placed on this Firestore property on the state object, which we will soon see. So that is the first step complete. We've set up now this Firestore reducer. Now the second step is to connect a component with a Firestore collection. So we have the Firestore reducer, which will sync our Firestore data with the store state, but we also need to say inside our component that we want to connect to a certain collection inside our Firestore database. And that is the data that will be synced to this property, right? Because right now, this Firestore reducer wouldn't exactly know which data to sync from the database if this component was active in the browser, say, for example, the dashboard component. It's not psychic. We need to tell it which data to sync. So let's go to the dashboard. Inside dashboard over here, we'll open this up. So we need to connect this component with a single collection in Firestore, right? Because there's no point in connecting to every collection, downloading every bit of data, and putting it on our store state. We're only concerned with one collection for this component, and that is the projects collection. So first of all, let's connect this component with Firestore. So to do that, I'm going to come to the top over here, and I'm going to import something, and that something is called Firestore Connect. And we retrieve that from React Redux Firebase. Okay, so not Redux Firestore this time, React Redux Firebase, because we're binding to React here. Okay, so we've imported that, and we want to use this thing as a higher order component at the bottom to connect this component with a Firestore collection. Now, if you notice right here, we're already using one higher order component, but we want to use two here. We still want this to map the state to our props and connect to the Redux store, but we also now want to use Firestore Connect to say which collection we want to connect to right here. So the way we do this, the way we use two higher order components and chain them together is by using the compose function. Remember, we saw that inside the index.js file over here when we composed different store enhancers together, we're going to do a similar thing to compose different higher order components together. So first of all, let's import that up here. We'll import compose, and that will be from Redux. Okay, so down here, let's now use compose to compose connect and also Firestore connect together inside this component. So the way we do that is by, first of all, let's cut that and we'll say compose, and then in parenthesis, this is where we compose our different higher order components together. And then at the end over here, we have our dashboard. All right. So let us now inside the compose method, add in our different higher order components. So the first one was this, right? Connect map state to props. And the second one is going to be Firestore connect. Okay, so this Firestore connect thing right here, this function takes in an array as a parameter, and this array is going to contain a series of objects. Now we just need one object, and this object is going to say which collection we want to connect to. Okay, so we want to connect to the projects collection. It can also contain other information, and we'll look at that later. But for now, we just want to pass in this one object to this array right here, and the collection it's going to be is the project collection. All right, so what this is going to do is say, okay, when this component is active, the collection that I want to listen to is the projects collection. And whenever this component first loads, or whenever the Firestore data is changed in the database online, this will now induce the Firestore reducer to sync the store state with that project's collection in Firestore. So now whenever the database changes or anything like that, if a new item is added, changed, or deleted, this component will hear that because we've connected to that collection, and in turn, it will trigger the Firestore reducer to update the state to reflect that change. So now the state of the store over here on this Firestore property, when this component is active on the page, is going to be synced up with the projects collection in Firestore. All right. So now we've done that, I'll tell you what we'll do inside this function. We won't change this yet. We'll still get the dummy data, but inside this function, I'm going to console.log the state. All right. So let's save this and run it in a browser. We'll also save this file over here. Okay. So inspect and open up your console. And inside here, if we look at this last one, then we're going to see we have a Firestore property now on this thing right here, on the state. We also have auth and project because remember, we added on the root reducer, auth, and project, these properties. And these are controlled by the auth reducer or the project reducer, but we also have Firestore now. And inside here, we have connected to the projects collection. So we can see now the data right here has a projects collection. And not just data, it has this ordered collection right here, which is an array. And this is sometimes easier to work with. So it orders the data for us if we want to access it that way, and it provides us with the raw data from Firebase as well. So we can take a look at all the different documents in there. If we take a look, there should be two inside here. We have two different objects, and we can see the ID, the author first name, etc., and the content. So now we're syncing that with our store state on the Firestore property so that we can access that now inside this component if we wanted to. So now when we're mapping our state to the props over here, we can actually grab that data from the Firestore property instead of this dummy data. So let's do that. We'll say we want the state, then we want the property called Firestore, then I'm going to go for the ordered collection, and we have a property called project, which is an array of the projects. So now we're loading in these projects instead of the dummy ones. And we don't need to change the template because it's still an array of data. They still have a title, they still have a body, and it's output the same way. We're just loading it from a different source. So let's save that and see if this works. So let's cross over here, and now we can see these two projects, Yoshi's Egg Hunt and House Party. And these are these two things in the database. Okay, so that's all there is to it. We've used the Firestore reducer, which is responsible for syncing our data. And in our component, we've also used Firestore Connect to connect to a single collection so that this collection is the thing that is synced to this property on our store. Then we can access that inside map state to props right here. So the projects we receive is that stuff which is synced to our Firestore property on the state. So now we're retrieving the correct data I think in the next video, what we'll do is find out how we can update the project details page to show single projects using the real data.